not significantly. So what they're doing, like I said, it's not hurting the women's audience. It is hurting the men's audience, and significantly. So, and that's not, like I said, that's not something that you can say is like what I'm looking for. You can't say that it's all TV or whatever, all wrestling, or that's just how it goes, because AEW is the opposite. And AEW, like I said, is not doing as well with women. It's doing a lot worse with viewers per home, and they've actually grown a lot in actual homes that watch the show, even more than the number of viewers. So AEW has, as far as which is the hardest thing, is getting new homes. So they have done that, but in doing so, whatever they've done to get more guys watching, these are guys watching by themselves, and the original audience from a year ago that did watch with women, those women aren't watching as much. So AEW is a more guy-oriented show, much younger skewing, but older skewing than a year ago, and WWE is has, like I said, it has not held the male audience, but it has held the female audience, and it is also skewing several years older than it was even a year ago. So overall, I don't know if that was good or bad or whatever. That's just what it is. So there you go. So I don't know, you can all come to your conclusions as to why this is, but it is what it is, So that you can debate why, but you can't debate the basic, the basic numbers, because that's what they are.
Well, you may as well take us through
and it's not about wrestling in general, because if it was wrestling in general, there would be consistency across the board. And so it's not. It's not just wrestling's losing popularity with women and wrestling's losing popularity
with
with guys.
Wait. I don't know if I would agree with that, in the sense that we're not really talking about wrestling here.
No, we're talking about AEW and we're talking about WWE, and they're two specific, very different audiences. They are not.
Yeah, because one of them is doing wrestling and one of them isn't.
Well, whatever you call it.
There is a big difference, because,
they're a different product. They're a different product, but they're both wrestling.
Sort of. One to me is a wrestling show, and one of them is what they claim that it is, a sports entertainment show.
They're both sports entertainment. They're not.
Yes, but when people hear the term sports entertainment, that's what WWE is.
That's a semantic word, sports entertainment.
This is all semantics. But Dave, if you ask somebody which is more of a pro wrestling program, they're going to tell you AEW. They're not going to say AEW and WWE are doing the same thing.
The average person on the street would not know.
Well, we're not talking about the average person.
If you go to the average person on the street, and go, name a pro wrestling company, probably 80% or more, probably more than 80% will say WWE. There will be very few people who will say AEW. A few will, because probably there's a few people who, and they have some, but they have very different audiences. But wrestling has been sports entertainment since the day it went on television with Gorgeous George.
I know, this is a semantic argument as well, Dave, but I think that, I would not say that, everything should be equal because they're both pro wrestling.
Well, it's not, because they're different products.
Yes, one is not, whatever. It's...
One's a product that appeals more to guys, one's a product that appeals more to women. Okay? One's a product that appeals more to older people, one's a product that appeals more to younger people. Okay? That's what it is. And what it is and why, you would think that, you would think that both would kind of try. I don't know. Because
my point is, I wouldn't think that they would both be the same.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't either, because look, we all know they're not. We all know. Everyone knows that AEW skews a lot younger than WWE. They both. AEW is